Hey, hello, how's it going? Welcome to another 20 Minutes Till Dawn video. It is me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well today. We're playing Raven. I'm very excited for this. It should hopefully be a fun video. Full disclosure, I did do one run with the character before this. However, you just take my word for this. I didn't lose. I intentionally left the run because I just wasn't seeing the dark arts ability at all. I got like 10 minutes into the run, and I just didn't see dark arts. And the character revolves around curse, so I felt like I'd be doing a disservice if I released a video for the new character that just fundamentally didn't operate the way the character was supposed to be played. So I reset it. We're hopping in again. I am a little bit spoiled. I do know. I guess I know two of the abilities because I've seen two of them so far. But the point I'm trying to make here is this character is very cool. I like them a lot. They seem very interesting, and I felt really bad that I was basically just playing them as an elemental character, because I didn't see dark arts at all on the run. So let me show you my runes before we hop in. We're playing Power, Barrage, Glass Cannon, and Cadence here on the left. On the right side, Courage, Elemental Shield, Blessing, Growth. Nothing too crazy here, right? I don't want to spoil, but there is some elemental synergy with this character. The Raven doesn't show any of it, but some of the specific perks do have it that way, so that's why we have Barrage and Elemental Shield here in the rune tree. For weapons, we're going to be playing the Revolver. The reason why we are not playing the Grenade Launcher, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding of Grenade Launcher right now is that it does not work with elemental on-hit effects, including Dark Arts. Including the Doom trigger. It just does not work with the Grenade Launcher. Some sort of bug. It's been like that for a while. Hopefully it gets fixed at some point, but for now, we're going to play with the Revolver. It's fine. It's the second highest base damage in the game. Ideally, for a curse run, you would have the highest base weapon damage. You know, you'd be using that instead. But you got to work with what you got here, right? Hopefully it'll be pretty cool. Without further ado, let's hop in. We're going to be playing also on the forest, by the way, because I'm more familiar with the map. Would prefer to not eat shit and die. So that's how we're running this one. Attack, by the way, Bird. As you can see, pretty cool character for a pacifist run, by the way, I imagine here, right? It does, you know, it takes a little while, but it does kill the enemies. That is an interesting idea that I hadn't thought of before. Maybe, you know, someone left a comment, I think, on one of my videos about trying to do the Haster passive run. Good luck to that fucking psychopath. This one, I think, would be a little bit easier, I imagine. I think Raven would be a little bit better for that. Now, here's a tough question. Double shot or power shot? Maybe controversial. I'm taking power shot because Reaper rounds not only has synergy with death rounds, but you might not remember this, also has synergy with the capstone for the Dark Arts tree. So pretty important that we focus that. I do want to see Dark Arts sometime soon, though. I don't want to go, you know, 10 minutes again not seeing fucking Dark Arts again, because this character does, you know, heavily revolve around curses. There we go. Thank you. Okay, much better, much better. So quick refresher if you haven't seen Dark Arts in a while. You can see the description there of the first effect. 25% chance to inflict curse. I don't know why I call it Doom. It is curse. Whatever. I call Holy Arts Sacred Arts all the time too, so, you know, we'll live with it. So we have Dark Arts. There's Doom, I guess. Maybe that's where the confusion comes from, right? Love him doing the POG face, by the way. That's fantastic. We have Wither, right? Doom. And then we have Ritual. Ritual is very important, right? And it's also important that we get this as early as possible, which is why I was so upset that I had gone 10 minutes into the run without seeing Dark Arts at all, right? We need to get this ASAP. That's the idea, at least, right? Every 10 enemies you kill with Curse, you get a 1% damage increase to your bullet damage, right? Which is huge because your Curse damage also revolves around bullet damage, right? It's all very important. So, and I assume it's not retroactive. I assume that, like, you know, we shouldn't be trying to farm for Doom kills now. I don't think it works that way, but whatever. So take a big shot here, I suppose. I'm a little bit worried. Hold on. Bird, please help. Thank you. So the next thing about big shot here is that it increases our, bullet damage, which increases our curse damage as well. But again, it sets us up for getting Reaper rounds, which are important. We need it for the synergy with Ritual. Well, there's Reaper rounds, but Wither is more important because the earlier we get Ritual, the better. More important for us here. So, a couple things, right? So first off, we got to talk about the new abilities. I don't want to spoil them. I will tell you what my guesses were. I gotta remember what they were. I think my guesses were double birds. What else did I say? Oh, Ritual this early is fantastic. Okay. We take the Ritual. Double bird. I think it was like bonus curse damage is one of my guesses too. And then I just couldn't think of a third guess, I'm pretty sure. And I will say that I was right on one of my guesses. And based on the fact that it took me very long to remember what one of them was, and one of them I knew right away, it's probably easy for you to surmise which thing I was correct about. So here is my favorite part of this character, right? Basically what's happening right now. Reaper round's also very good, by the way. So, my favorite thing about this character, number one favorite thing, is that the thing that I really dislike about Curse, about, Doom in general, or Curse in general, I got it right the first time there. The thing I dislike about Curse in general is that it is very tricky to actually kill enemies with the Curse status effect, right? The problem... Oh, also, I'll take Doom here. The problem with Curse, in my opinion, is that it's very easy to shoot an enemy, apply Doom, and then continuing to shoot them, and then killing them before the Doom actually kills them. The thing about Ritual is that they have to die from the Curse, not from any other source, right? So that is my issue with Doom as a concept, right? It is neat, but if I'm like shooting at a mob of enemies, I'm almost always going to kill them with bullets before they actually end up dying to the Curse itself, right? However, with this fantastic bird running around applying Curse for us, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, by the way, here's double birds, by the way, right? So now we have two birds flying around, dealing contact damage on hit, and then when the enemies do eventually die from the Curse, we are farming Ritual. It's so much easier to farm the Ritual stacks now. I am in love with this character from a design perspective. I think it is borderline genius, right, as far as a character design. Now, all this being said, I don't think the character is that strong. I think Curse is still pretty weak in general. Oh, here's Death Plague, by the way. Very cool as well. So I think the character is still fairly weak in general, but from like a design perspective, I love the character. The other perk that I did see was also very cool. And I don't know if you notice, I'm intentionally not shooting here, so I'm trying to let the bird be the one that kills people so we can get more bullet damage right now. Give me haste here. So that's the idea, right? I just think this character is so smart. I think they're very well designed. It's my favorite design perspective-wise. It's my favorite character since the launch of the game, right? Out of like the new characters post-launch, it's my favorite character without a doubt. It's such a cool it's a cool design that also just solves a problem that the concept of Curse already has, right? And even in like the late game, what's cool about this is that in the late game we can just shoot wherever the birds aren't, right? We can let the birds handle shit somewhere else. And we can be shooting in a different direction, so that way the bird is still farming kills for us, and we're handling enemies on a different side of the field. I just love the character. I'm going to take Fanfire because Fusillade is good for us still. But I don't know. I just think it's such a good idea. And again, I want to preface this: the character is probably not that strong. We're probably gonna get a pretty low kill count here by the end of the run. But I'm just in love with the character design. I think it's very neat. The character doesn't have to be strong for me to like it, right? Like I didn't like Luna at first because I felt like Luna was a poorly designed character. After the tweak to her ability, I think she's much better. But I think her unique passive upgrades are still all pretty weak and also not that interesting. This character I just find infinitely more interesting than, like, let's say Haster, for example. Haster not only is the weakest character in the game, but also just the worst designed character in the game, right? All of her unique upgrades are just the worst. They're very boring. They're not that interesting, right? Very lame. And then she's also, in addition to that, weak. This character could be weaker than Haster. As far as I can tell, they're not, I'm pretty sure. But they could be weaker than Haster. But in my opinion, still just a way more enjoyable to play character, right? We're going to be taking Pyromage here. By the time we start getting some elemental effects on this run. We do want some on-hit triggers here. He's dead. What do we got here? I'm hoping for maybe a Tome of Power here. We don't get it. Out of these, I guess I'll just take Tome of Elements. I don't love the Tome of Rage here. Lowering our bullet damage by half is going to be a huge hit to our curse damage. So Elements is fine. I am okay with this. And minor spoilers, it will be actually probably useful for us later, because I did mention before, I think, or maybe I didn't. There are some minor elemental synergies with this character too, based on some of the unique passes we'll hopefully see, as long as I don't die on this run, right? How much damage are we doing a shot? Is that 45? I think it's 45 damage. Is 45 or 35? I can't tell. 49? I don't know how much damage I'm doing per hit. I'll take Quick Hands here. Reload speed is good. Firestarter is fine too. Not super essential for us, I don't think. Anyway, sorry, I've just been gushing over the character design this whole damn time. I don't know. I'm just very, very interested in this character from a design perspective. I didn't want to say Flan was washed, but after Haster, I was a little bit worried. But now Faith absolutely restored. This character is sick. Hopefully, hey, maybe we can get a little rework for Haster at some point, huh? Wouldn't that be neat? Maybe. But if not, you know, don't hold your breath on that one. I wouldn't be shocked if Haster just never gets changed, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. The games can have strongest and weakest characters. That's okay. Not everyone has to be balanced in a game like this, especially because it's a single-player game, right? Give me a little intense burn action here. The lurkers have way more health than I remember them having, man. Take hits for days. You're also going to be careful, because we do get to the point eventually where the bird just doesn't kill people. Right, the contact damage combined with the curse trigger just might not kill enemies. Something to be mindful of. I think I'll take Splinter here. I don't love it, but it's fine. More on-hit effects should be pretty useful. Also, there is the whole plague thing that should be happening as well, hopefully. Don't have a good sense for how useful that is. Can't be that bad. I should once again be shooting away from where the birds are operating. I should be shooting top right here, and I'll let the birds operate top left. And now that they're below me, I should be shooting top. Now that they're to the right of me, shooting left, right? You get the idea. I should be, if I'm playing optimally, I should be trying to focus where the birds are not focused. and let them farm ritual stacks for me. A little rapid fire action here. Anyway, I am happy that there is a curse focused character in the game now. I thought that Haster could have been that curse focused character when I was talking about like theory crafting and stuff. I thought it would have been pretty cool if there was maybe some sort of built-in synergy that Haster had with curses. Give me some light bullets, by the way. We could use death rounds on this run too. I thought it would be like a cool thing where if it was like, you know, when, you know, tentacles apply curse on hit, which I guess is in a these birds are just way better than that, right? So hey, there's that to keep in mind. But my thought was something along the lines of like, you know, the tentacles applying curse on hit, so that way, in the same way that this character is doing it, you could kind of have the tentacles passively farm ritual kills for you. These birds are just infinitely better, in my opinion, at doing that for you. Like, holy shit. I'm so much happy that that effect is on this character rather than on Haster. So that's cool. And yeah, I don't know. Should probably take Frost Mage at some point. Guess we'll take it now. Not terrible to get here. Are we doing 57 damage per shot? Or are we doing 70 damage per shot? I just cannot tell. Wait, this is actually pretty strong too. Obviously, this was the nuts, right? This was the nuts in regards to like perk order. We got the Doom. Oh, was it level 3? Yeah, this is technically level 3 because we're level 1 here. This is the holy shield we got just from existing. This is level 2. This is level 3. Give me run and gun here, I guess. These are all pretty stinky. This is the nuts though for this character, but they're doing, I would go as far as to say extremely, this is extremely strong. This is a dominant performance here. We might not get a super high kill count because we, in the early game especially, kind of let the birds do the heavy lifting. Right? So there's going to be like a lot of, you know, just kills we're not getting, I guess, if that makes sense. Right? Because the birds, while they're buffing our damage, they're not that good at killing enemies. We probably lost some kills, kill count wise in the early game, but I mean, you know, we are Jay chilling here, I would say. These all kind of stink. I guess give me a split fire. Just fire some random shots behind us, I suppose. You know, there's people out there who think the trees are actually unkillable. I'm pretty sure, or not sure. I think they can only be killed effectively by using frostbite, but they can definitely die. And I'm sure you've seen it before plenty of times, right? If you play this game for long enough, and not even that long enough, it should be pretty obvious that the trees are dying sometimes. But I think people don't realize it's because of the % health damage from frostbite. I think they, you know, they don't have infinite health. They just have a really high health number. And eventually they will die if you just keep doing % damage to them. Just interesting. Okay, you're dead. What do we got here? Ooh, this I have not seen. This is new for me. Fire rate minus 10%, curse damage plus 75%. Is this good? I don't know. My gut is to say this is actually bad. We're gonna take it though to see, to get a better sense of it. My gut is that this is actually a pretty bad perk, but it is cool. I'm just happy to see, like, I'm happy to see a character that is curse focused, because curse did feel really weak to me. I don't know how impactful it is, but I can see how much my base damage has increased on this run, and that's, you know, from curse. So I know that. Also, I'm gonna take In the Wind here. Kunoichi I think would be pretty fun. So we have, like, I wouldn't say double, but we've pretty drastically increased our base damage off of curse kills alone. So the like curse is working. Dark Arts is working with this character as it was intended to work, which I just think is really neat. I'm excited for it. The curse is real. And there are people who were telling me before, like, you know, actually curse is really good. And not to be rude, but I think they were wrong. Hey, listen, you know, if you're a big fan of Dark Arts before this character came out, you're going to be even happier then, right? Because now there's a character built entirely around it, which is, I think, exciting. And I don't know. The end, I guess. That's really all I had to say about it, is that I'm excited that there is a curse character. Curse, in my opinion, was bad before. Is it good now with this character? I don't know. Because it is situational. You do have to find ritual really early. And we also got lucky and found double bird really early. Right? So it was spreading curse even more rapidly. This is not like a perfect sequence of levels. But it was a pretty good sequence of levels for our character to get here, I think. So, I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm having a good time with the character. And it would have been like I'm sorry you didn't get my first authentic take on the character. My literal first run, but it was just dreadful. It was just not cool because the character wasn't operating the way it was intended. So hopefully you enjoyed this video more than that one. You would have. I'm positive that most people would have enjoyed this video more than the original first video if I had taken that one instead and uploaded it, because it was just lame. And I didn't die, but I might have died on that run for sure. It was pretty weak. I don't know. Yeah. So what else is on the agenda? If you've been watching the YouTubes, I've been doing a lot of a wide variety of content. I've been playing Dome Keeper, I've been playing Brotato, I've been playing Vampire Survivors. And I mentioned it on... It might have been this series too, huh? It might have been this series too, but I'm just really happy that people are actually willing to watch my other videos. Right? It was definitely on this series, but it might have been... Wasn't last video, it might have been 2 videos ago. I was talking about the Enderall series I played on the YouTube channel, and how it was fairly demotivating to have one of my series getting like 200 to 300 views per video, and then the other one getting like maybe 20 views per video. Right, that was very discouraging. And now it's nice to see that most of my series are at least getting, you know, at a baseline, much better viewership than Enderall had. Although I guess to be fair, Enderall was very different from the content I was making before, whereas all the videos I'm making now are at least pretty similar. So there is that to keep in mind too. Also, I think Enderall just wasn't that great of a game for YouTube videos. But whatever. That doesn't matter now. Now we are here fighting Shogi. By the way, very sad that Shogi was not a pumpkin in the new map. Well, that would have been cool, but whatever. What are you gonna do? What do you think about this here? Don't love bullet bouncing here. I wonder if summon speed increases how fast the bats fly around. It would be hard to tell, and I don't want to lose the run, so let's just leave it. What I've decided, I think. Let's just chill on that one, huh? Let's just get it done and let's get out of here, right? And let's also, hey, let's see what the last perk is here from Mr. Terry. Right? I'm sure you're very excited to see what Terry has for us today. Also, Frostfire, sure, why not? I already know what this perk is. I've seen this one before. But I doubt, if you were playing, honestly, I doubt anyone guessed what this perk did. Oh, I just realized too, I was right. It was one of the perks was just increased curse damage. Although I didn't expect it to be like a trade-off though, like it was, which is pretty interesting. The 75% curse damage for, but at the exchange of fire rate is pretty interesting. Anyway, what's up with the last perk here? If you're wondering, Shadow Flame. Inflicting curse also inflicts burn on enemies for 35% of curse damage. As far as I can tell, that's curse damage per tick, which is crazy damage. It's very good. It's gonna be too hard to tell now, but it's a lot of damage, especially with the plus 75% curse bonus we took before. We took Doom, that's another 100%. Our base damage is so high from all the curses we're getting. I keep saying it, but I like the character very much. You know, I'm taking Ghost Front here. Let's see if we can get energetic friends here. Let's see if the birds fly around faster. Little bit of science here at the end of this episode, considering that we've already pretty much won the run here. Nothing's gonna come even close to putting this run in jeopardy. So I'd like to see what the bird does. Sure, why not? Stand your ground. Seems fine. More projectiles equals more gooder. Okay, a little more experience up here. Should be close to a level, right? Maybe after this little chunk. Okay. Yo, energetic friends. Okay, so you'll have to be the judge, viewers, because you'll be able to rewind. You can go forward and back. I wasn't paying attention actually to how fast the birds were flying. You will have to tell me how the birds go. I think they're faster. They look faster to me. But I wasn't paying attention enough before. They seem faster. They're turning on fucking dimes. Look at them go. That's actually pretty interesting. Begs the question, how impactful are summon boosts then, right? How useful is it to take, like, you know, Ghost Friend early? Right? Is there anything you care about? Like, I don't know. If the birds fly faster, they apply curses more. If you apply more curses, you get more damage. Right? So how high of a priority is that? My guess is still not a very high priority, but it is cool to see them, you know, zooming around a bit more. Maybe I should have taken the summoning tome, right? Who knows? Anyway, I think I wonder how Vengeful Ghost interacts with the curses. There's no way we're gonna be able to tell, but I wonder if summon damage boosts the damage of curses applied by the birds. I can't imagine it does. And there is just no way to know. It is interesting to think about, though. It is very interesting to me, at least, to think about. Anything else I want to talk about here before I wrap this up? Not necessarily. Expect some more Dome Keeper content. I'm gonna be working on trying to get a really high prestige mode run. At least I want to break 10k. My good friend Voyix64, aka Voyix69, aka Big Cummy, I think he had a crazy good run. I think his best score is like 23k, I want to say. He got a crazy high score, and my best score is like 7k. So I'm feeling a little inferiority complex going. I got to catch up to him. I'm gonna be grinding some Dome Keeper, maybe on stream, maybe just on my own to record for YouTube videos. I don't know. Keep an eye out for that. If you're interested, if you're not, no worries. You know, probably gonna be doing. There's not much theory crafting to do with this character. This is pretty much solved already. This is how you play this character, I'm pretty sure. And while I do love them, obviously they're more passive playstyle. in the early to mid game results in a way lower kill count than someone like Spark or Diamond, but what are you gonna do? Give me a mushroom. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the new character in action. I like them a lot. They might not be the strongest character in the game kill count wise, or just in general, but I think they're very neat. And I'm just happy with the design of the character. Anyway, peace.